They're da!
That's German for who's there. The who is my great-grandpa, Les Davision, a medic paratrooper, and Vic Moore, a private. What's going on is it's late night during World War II in the Netherlands. Great-grandpa and Vic are taking a stab at escaping through heavy German front lines, close to the River Rhine, which passing through it could be their ticket out, at least they think. Even though it's a pitch black, a problem arises. A German soldier shouts out the direction of Great-grandpa and Vic's clattery bikes. Will they make it? Listen as the snapshots of my great-grandpa's memories unfold, revealing how they endeavor to evade the Germans, while attempting to make it home for Christmas, away from the distressing fear of German capture.
They're da! Right, faster! Doom Wolf! Dump the bikes, run!
We didn't bolt long since the dark night hid us from the enemy.
Phew, I think we're okay. Are you nuts? Remember the first attempt to cross the Rhine Pegasus 2? Who could forget? We ran like cockroaches. I could hear those shots ringing in my ears for days. I hope no one leaked our plans to the Germans. We are against the warning of the resistance. We can't be helped. I know, but would you rather stay on German-controlled land until the war ends? Nah, home for Christmas.
Even though the thought of fear of imminent abduction weighed us down, our desire to be free superseded.
Hayloft? Yes, and dawn's approaching. Let's hide before they see us.
The next day, we were not only awakened by heavy rain, but German soldiers shouting below. For hours, we breathe with silent trepidation. For hours, my mind whirls with all the memories of close calls. 2 months worth.
It's so cold. It was cold as I stood there, ready to jump out of that perfectly sound Dakota warplane. Several had already landed in Wolvine's field. Will the Germans ambush out of nowhere? I'm sure parachuting was a beautiful and terrible sight for the Germans.
We vigilantly marched on to Arnheim, where we would carry out our mission against them. At first, opposition was minimal. Now, many casualties. Next plan is to move the injured to St. Elizabeth Hospital, a quarter-mile down.
Volunteer to stay with wounded. Davison, you're right. Yes, sir.
So while we kept the wounded sedated and tended to their needs, I had to keep a watchful eye in the midst of the gun-happy German infestation. Fear gripped us all as the German boots crossed by the basement windows. Finally, the next day was quiet. Since we still seemed to have control over the hospital, I wheeled all the wounded to St. Elizabeth by gurney, except for one. Fortunes changed.
You must be careful. Germans have control. Oh. We'll hide in the house next to the hospital.
For the next 24 hours, we lay paralyzed with fear under the beds. Twice the Germans came in search for the Allies. Oh, the fear of chance of discovery, a chance of persecution, or the chance of death. Next morning, 2 Dutch doctors came in.
We saw you come. Get on gunny. Pretend dead. You in hospital now. Jolly good show, Davison. You made it! Sorry about the German control. Germans. Yep. The Germans are still here in the hayloft. What? A train. Must get off. Goodbye, my friends. I'm escaping this POW-bound train. I must find my officer. Sir, permission to escape. Granted. Take a reading. Okay. The Rhine? Okay.
Even though the resistance could be shot for hiding us, they still did it for the next 2 months. For 6 weeks, we hid in an attic. It was quite a welcome when they arrived.
Beds! Great Scott, a chamber pot! Sweet relief. Code is used.
Code is used to know all is clear to use the bathroom. Twice we hid in church rafters.
It must be a leak. Ah, yes. That rainy night. When we followed the man. The first attempt to escape. Wow. These bikes again. Clattery bikes on cobblestone roads. Good thing the rain's deafening. Yeah, it's past curfew. We shouldn't see anyone.
Well, we did. And Germans in a car slowed, but thank goodness Redden understood German and gave fake directions. What a relief when they passed. There is not a time when we wrested it from this unbearable fear of capture.
Germans. Silence. Are the Germans still here in the hayloft? Yes, they're sleeping. Silence. That reminds me when I had to be a deaf mute cousin of John DeWalls to hide my identity.
Too many close calls moved us to the chicken farm, where I met Sergeant Tex and a private. During the day, we did chores in Dutch disguise. In the evenings, we discussed escape plans, and at night, we slept in a chicken coop. December 5th, we packed and said our goodbyes.
A dinghy? Yeah, I can't swim.
We follow the farmer on bikes to a dirt path.
There's the Rhine! Davision, the rain has stopped and the Germans have left. What? Oh, great. Now we'll leave for the Rhine.
Hours later, into the night, we walked to the dike on the Rhine.
Look! Soldiers on the towpath. Yeah, I see them. There's no way to pass. Wait, if their schedule's like us British, at midnight they'll change shifts. Let's be patient. It's clear. Let's get your dinghy pumped. Sorry, I can't swim. My adrenaline will kick in. It's only a 100-meter swim. Get in and paddle hard.
An hour later, on the other side...
Why is this water so waist high? Oh, blah, the dike was bombed. Dawn's about to break, and I don't know where the Allied line is. We better hide. That red brick house, it's the second story. I bet they have some dry clothes. Race ya! Yes, 2 pairs of clothes left. The man's clothes are mine. What? Ladies' clothes? Well, thank you.
While we waited by the fire with our new outfits, I found and played an old foot pump harmonium.
Hey, quiet. I hear a motor. It's an amphibious jeep with 10 Canadians on it. The Allies are here. Over here.
We made it safe to Allied quarters to be debriefed, and we were promised to be sent home. Alas, freedom from the tormenting fear of German capture. And that concludes the story of my great-grand getting home for Christmas.